Imagine you're starving, like actually starving, not I skipped lunch starving. You're walking through a forest thousands of years before supermarkets existed, and you see a plant with bright red berries hanging off it. They look delicious. But here's the thing. You have no label, no internet, no idea if eating this thing will feed you or kill you in 20 minutes. So what do?
This is a problem every single early human had to solve, over and over again, for their entire lives. And somehow, without any science, without any books, they figured it out well enough that we're all here today. So how did they actually do it? Let's start with the obvious answer, and why it's wrong.
A lot of people assume early humans just tried everything and the ones who guessed wrong died off. Basically evolution doing quality control through trial and error. And sure, that happens sometimes. But if that was the only method, humans would have gone extinct almost immediately.
Some plants don't just make you sick. They kill you within minutes.
You don't get a second chance to learn from that mistake. So there had to be smarter systems in place. And there were several of them, working together. The first one is something researchers call cultural transmission. Basically, knowledge didn't die with the person who learned it. If someone in the group got sick or died from a plant, that information got passed on immediately to everyone, and especially to the kids. Don't eat that one. That one killed Uncle so-and-so. This sounds obvious now, but it's actually a huge advantage humans have that most animals don't. We don't just learn from our own mistakes. We learn from everyone else's mistakes too, going back generations. The second system is even more interesting. It's basically built into your body. It's called bitter taste perception. Humans, like most mammals, are naturally wired to be suspicious of bitter flavors. A huge number of toxic plant compounds, things like alkaloids, taste intensely bitter to us. So before anyone even understood chemistry, the human tongue was already acting like a built-in poison detector. Spit it out, it's probably bad. That reflex alone likely saved countless lives. Of course, this system isn't perfect. Some genuinely toxic things taste sweet, and some perfectly safe foods, like coffee or dark leafy greens, taste bitter. But as a rough filter, especially in childhood, when this instinct is strongest, it worked well enough to matter. Then there's a third method, and this one is honestly kind of brilliant. Early humans paid extremely close attention to what animals around them were eating. If birds were happily eating a certain berry, that was a decent sign it was probably fine for humans too. This wasn't a perfect rule either. Some animals can safely eat things that are deadly to humans, but it gave early humans a starting point, a shortcut, instead of starting completely from zero every single time. There's also a slower, more careful method that some researchers believe was used with genuinely uncertain plants, something close to what we'd now call testing in stages. Rub a small amount on your skin first. Wait. If nothing happens, touch it to your lips. Wait again. If that's fine, put a tiny amount in your mouth without swallowing. Wait even longer. Only after all of that would someone actually eat a real portion. It's slow, it's cautious, but it's also incredibly effective because it catches problems early, before they become fatal. And here's something that really surprised researchers when they started studying this seriously. Early humans didn't just learn what was dangerous. They learned how to make dangerous things safe. Certain plants that are toxic raw become completely edible once you cook them, soak them in water, or ferment them. Cassava is a great modern example. It contains compounds that can release cyanide if prepared wrong, but done correctly, through soaking and cooking, it becomes a safe staple food eaten by millions of people today. That kind of knowledge, cook this a certain way or it'll hurt you, doesn't come from instinct. It comes from generations of careful experimentation and passing down exact instructions. So when you put it all together, you get this layered system. Bitter taste as an instant reflex, watching what animals eat as a quick shortcut, careful step-by-step testing for anything uncertain. And on top of all of that, an oral tradition passing every hard-earned lesson down to the next generation, so nobody had to learn the deadliest lessons the hard way twice. What's wild is that a lot of this knowledge still exists today. Indigenous communities around the world still carry detailed plant knowledge that took thousands of years to build. Knowledge about what's edible, what's medicine, and what's poison, all passed down the exact same way it always was, through people teaching people. So the next time you walk past a plant and have absolutely no idea whether it's safe to eat, remember, that uncertainty you're feeling right now, that's the exact same problem every single one of your ancestors had to solve. And the only reason you're alive to feel confused about it is because they solved it well enough, over thousands of years, one bitter, cautious bite at a time. If you liked this, subscribe. I break down stuff like this every week. See you in the next one.